Namaste, welcome to my channel Mindfully Yoga. My name is Ryan and I'll be guiding you through a slow flow practice today. So today's practice, as usual, you can either sit cross-legged in Sukhasana or like me in Virasana with your glutes onto your heels. And coming to close our eyes. And then just relaxing our shoulders. And keeping the lips closed and relaxing the jaw in the muscles of the face. And focusing on your breath as you pay attention to my voice. We live in a culture of productivity, and our identities are tied to and defined by what we are doing and how we are doing it. Our society values people achieving goals. Social media and news inundated with people who have made record amounts of money or have become very famous through their doing. How many times has someone made the headlines for living in the moment? Doing does feel attractive and exciting. And there is another mode of operating that is based simply in the moment of not doing and just being. We can be in the being state when we connect with the present moment, acknowledge and allow things to be as they are, and be open to pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral emotions. Invitation to practice mindfully today and focus all your attention into the present moment. And slowly opening eyes. And then wherever you are, we'll meet in Sukhasana, seated with the legs crossed. If you're already there, that's awesome. On the inhale, hands go towards the sky. On the exhale, they come to heart center. Inhale, twisting to the left hand side. Coming back to center. And on the inhale, twisting to the right hand side. Coming back to center. Interlace or interlock the fingers together. Turn the palms towards the front. On the inhale, hands reach for the sky. Spine lengthens. On the exhale, we round the upper back as we tuck the chin to chest. Inhale, hands go towards the sky. Exhale, rounding the upper back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward, rounding the upper back. And then 2 more times as we match our breath to our movement. From here, straightening the spine, bring the hands back to heart center. Right palm on the left knee, left hand goes back as we twist to the left hand side. Coming back to center. And this time, left palm on the right knee. As the right hand goes back, we twist to the other side. Coming back to center, we'll come and meet in all fours as we come onto our hands and our knees. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Knees hip width apart. And on the next inhale, we take the hands towards, right hand towards the sky, and we thread the needle. Bring the right hand under the left armpit, right hand return, right cheek to the mat. Left hand forward, finding the top edge of the mat. An option here, you can choose to stay here or take a half bind with your left hand. Once again, option to stay here or take the left foot, step it back towards the back of the mat. And if you want more, you can raise the left leg off the mat. We hold here for 2 breaths. Bring the left knee down onto the mat. Left hand next to the face. Right hand reaches towards the sky again. Right palm comes down. Inhale, left hand goes towards the sky. Exhale, threading the needle on this side. Right hand finds the top edge of the mat. And once again, option to stay here, or we take a half bind with the right hand. And if you want more, taking the right leg back, and then maybe perhaps raising the right leg off the mat. Return the right knee to the mat. Right hand next to the face. Left hand unravels towards the sky. We return the left hand to the mat. From here we tuck the toes and then walk our hands 1 palm length forward. And then we raise our hips towards the sky as we meet in a down dog. And any movements that feel good in a down dog today, feel free to take them. And then mindfully walking both feet all the way up to our hands as we arrive at the top of the mat. Holding on to the opposite elbows as we dangle our head forward. An option to sway from side to side, or to nod yes and no. Taking the option that works best for you. Release the hands as we slowly come into standing, 1 vertebra at a time. And as we arrive at the top, we'll bring the hands to heart center. Stay here for an inhale and an exhale. On the next inhale, hands go towards the sky. And on the exhale, we'll bring the hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Pick up the left foot, step it back. Turn the left foot at 45 degrees. Right knee above the right ankle as we rise up into Warrior One. Right hip back, left hip forward. Gaze at one spot. We'll interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then slowly dive forward. Right shoulder inside of the right knee. Humble warrior. Release the hands as we come into runner's lunge with all toes facing towards the front. Once we have our balance, rising up into high lunge, Ashtachandrasana. Hugging the left hip towards the right knee. From here, right hand forward, left hand back as we take our gaze to the left hand side. Palms facing the side, fingers spread wide. So making this strong in the hands as well as the legs. One more breath here. Come back to high lunge. And then close twist. Left hand forward, right hand back as you take your gaze to the right hand side. Coming back to center, high lunge. Open up, warrior two. As the back foot opens at 90 degrees. And we ground down through all four corners of the back leg. Use your core to keep you lifted. Straighten the front knee. Reach forward with the right hand and down. Left hip goes towards the back of the room, crown of the head towards the front. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Coming back into warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Windmill your hands as we come back into runner's lunge. All toes facing towards the front. Step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. And just for a brief moment, holding on to the opposite elbows, letting the head hang heavy. Just dangle forward, lengthening the spine. Release the hands as we meet in a forward fold, fingertips on the mat. We'll pick up the right leg, step it back. And turning the right foot at 45 degrees as well. And once we have our balance, we rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. And noticing how this side feels compared to the other side that we did earlier. One more breath. Interlace the fingers. Non-habitual interlace. Opposite thumbs of the other on top of the other. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Dive forward. Humble warrior. Humility. One more breath here. Coming back into runner's lunge. And then once you have your balance, rising up into high lunge as the hands go towards the sky. One more breath. Open twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Take your gaze to the right hand side. Coming back to center. And this time right hand forward, left hand back. Gaze goes to the left hand side. Open up, warrior two. As the back foot comes at 90 degrees and the left knee is above the left ankle. Nearly there. Straighten the front knee. Reach forward with the left hand and down. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the heaven. Trikonasana on this side. One more breath. Come back to warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And this time we bring the hands down as we meet again in a runner's lunge. We'll step the left foot back to meet the right foot. High plank. Lower both knees to the mat. Untuck the toes. And then come all the way out. Out. All the way down. As we ripple forward, forehead meets the mat. Inhale, tall cobra. Exhale, right shoulder drops towards the mat. Inhale, tall cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale, left shoulder drops towards the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forehead meets the mat. Tuck the toes. And then lift up into a high plank and transition to down dog. Adho Mukha Sanasana. Stay here for one more breath. Gently walking our feet all the way up to the hands. Taking our time to get there. Bring the hands to heart center as you slowly come to rise. So balancing poses for today are going to be Vrikshasana 3 pose and Virabhadrasana 3 or Warrior 3. So bring the hands to heart center. Left foot on the inside of the right leg, below or above the knee. Find a spot to look at to keep your gaze constant to help your balance. And then gently bring the left knee towards the chest. And then kicking the left leg back as you square the hips and let the toes of the back leg face the mat. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. 2 more breaths here. And gently coming back as you bring the left knee into the chest. Return the left foot to the mat. And you can shake the right leg if you need to. Vrikshasana on the other side. So right foot comes on the inside of the left leg. One more breath here. Right leg comes into the chest, the right knee into the chest, sorry. And then slowly kicking it back, finding a spot to gaze at on the floor. And remember, it's not about the height of the legs. Your leg could be as low as this, just a few centimeters off the mat, or as high as this. It doesn't really matter. We're trying to train our balance and improve on it. 2 more breaths here. And then gently bringing the right knee into the chest, taking your time, and then return the right leg to the mat. Shake the left leg if you need to. And then coming to stand on the inhale, hands go towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Walking the feet back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Ardha Kapotasana, half pigeon. Choice to stay upright or to come down by making cushion with your fist for your forehead, or you can place your forehead onto the mat. And then gently coming back up. Tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, right knee into the chest and step it back. Down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts towards the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose on this side. Extend the right leg, untuck the toes. And once again, you can choose to stay upright or take a different option on this side because our hips are different on both sides. Coming back up, and then we'll swing both legs forward towards the front of the mat. I'll face you for this one. The toes are pointing towards the ceiling. And the next inhale, we'll fold forward, holding on to what's available. The shin, the ankle, the calves, or the feet. Paschimottanasana, for seated forward fold. And then gently straightening the spine. And from here, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Left hand wraps around the right knee. Right hand goes back as we twist to the right hand side. Half load of the fishes, or Ardha Matsyendra Asana. Coming back to center, extending the right leg, and then once again we fold forward. And coming back up, we cross the left ankle over the right knee. Right hand wraps around as the left hand goes back, twisting on this side. Coming back to center, we'll extend the left leg and then slowly come to lie down onto the mat. So we're going to do two inversions today. So the first one is the bridge pose. I like to just call it Setu Bandhasan. Knees are bent, feet on the mat. So if you can brush the back of your heels with your fingertips. Hands by your side. On the inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, engage the glutes and lift your hips towards the sky. Then making sure that the chin is away from the chest. Eyes can be closed or gaze towards the ceiling. Gently lowering down all the way onto the mat. Hug both knees into the chest. And then from here, bring your hands by your side, keeping the knees above the hips. Extend the legs towards the sky and then pushing into the palms, letting the feet go above the head towards the back of the room. And the feet may or may not touch the floor. Flower pose, halasana. You have the option to interlace the fingers if you wanted to, and squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then gently coming down one vertebra at a time. And slowly bring the legs back onto the mat. Hug both knees into the chest. We drop both knees to the left hand side. Hands come out in a T to twist. Gaze over the right shoulder or towards the ceiling, your choice. Coming back to center, hug both knees into the chest. And then dropping the knees to the other side. Gaze over the left shoulder or towards the ceiling. Up to you. Coming back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And then letting the feet find the corners of the mat. Hands come to rest by your side. Shavasana, your final resting pose. And taking a brief moment to acknowledge your effort for practicing this slow flow yoga today. I will wake you up when it's time. And making gentle movements with your fingers and your toes. As you feel life coming back to the body, rolling over to your favorite side. And with your eyes closed, coming up into a seat. As you bring the hands to heart center, thumbs press against the sternum. One soft inhale, one soft exhale. My quote for you today is by the great poet Rumi, and he said, "Be a witness, not a judge. Focus on yourself, not others. Listen to your heart, not to the crowd." Bring the thumbs to third eye center, to our lips, and to our heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste. And wherever you're in the world, have an awesome day, or a great morning, or a great evening. And if you like the practice, I'd be grateful if you could please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can keep posting videos every week. Until then, see you soon on the mat. Namaste.